All right, we back. Sorry if you hear my kids in the background. I literally cannot get rid of them. So if you do, my bad. I know that makes for a bad YouTube video, but I just want to do a quick recap of the plan this morning and how it played out, just so that we could see. And I'm sort of doing this for myself, just to kind of document my plan every day to see how it played out. And so we started off looking at the gamma exposure net. This was taken this morning before open, which is the best time to run these, is right before open, and then run them again at close. Those two prints are extremely useful. Just kind of like watching open and close of a candlestick, right? So similar type of thing. We're looking at the open and close of the gamma exposure. Then you watch it throughout the day, but certain times, like where it closes, is extremely important, in my opinion. That's my working theory. Looking at where we started the day where we opened essentially here on a gap down to like 375. And so that brought us right to that midpoint here. And so we were kind of looking at this going, hey, we closed, basically 380 yesterday. We gapped down into this gamma level here. We couldn't quite push into that 370. And so what I had said in the morning was, like, we want to see that 370 grow, and it shrank. And so when it shrank, that released a lot of the pressure on the short side, and then shot the price as it came down into that 370. All of this gamma exposure, essentially, either someone closed a bunch of puts, you got the JPM collar roll, and you got the end of month, who knows what happened, but there just wasn't enough build there to pull the market back down, and that 380 was holding. So if that 380 was holding, it's going to continue to act like a magnet as those are getting closed. There wasn't a lot of call GEX being built up, so I wasn't exactly worried that they were going to try and squeeze it over the 380. In fact, I was just sitting here. I actually left for the day because when I saw it go to 380, I didn't see any call GEX being built up, at least for today or into next Tuesday. I wasn't even worried. I saw a little bit for tomorrow, but it wasn't really enough to convince me that they were going to be able to push this market past that 380 and get it back up over into positive territory. You see, the volatility triggers basically is going to, essentially trigger the market into a positive gamma environment versus a negative one. So we're just trying to watch for that. So that was that level. And so since they brought it down so far, since they were never really able to hedge away all this gamma exposure at 380, I wasn't worried about it breaking 380. And in the end, it ended up like crashing back down closer to the end of the day, and then kind of ripping back up, and then kind of closing back down to where it was. So you can see how this gamma exposure affects the market. And looking at the SPY and how they have it positioned there, it's extremely useful. So that was interesting to see how that played out. This is the picture before today. So we can see it came down. I think it came down to 373-ish or something. Basically it just grinded back up all the way to 380, and then you had some crazy movement there at the end of the day. We'll look at the chart in a minute. So I just wanted to do a quick recap of the morning video. We'll have another one in the morning. If you're interested, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.